In 1942, an 11-year-old boy in Omaha, Nebraska, walked into a library. He had no money, no connections, no wealthy parents to hand him anything. He picked up a book called 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. That one afternoon in a library changed everything. That boy grew up to become Warren Buffett, a man worth over $148 billion today. And here is what most people don't know about his story. The strategies he used to build that wealth, they are completely available to you right now, with whatever money you have, even $100. In this video, I am going to show you the exact blueprint Warren Buffett has shared for turning a small amount of money into life-changing wealth. Step by step, no fluff, no nonsense. Stay until the end, because the last part of this video might be the most important financial lesson you ever hear. Before we get into the strategy, let's talk about where Warren Buffett actually started. Because most people think he was born rich, born lucky, born with some kind of genius that the rest of us don't have. The truth? He was born in 1930, right in the middle of the Great Depression, one of the hardest economic times in American history. At age 6, Warren Buffett was already selling chewing gum door to door in his neighborhood. Not because it was fun, because he wanted money. By age 10, his father took him to visit the New York Stock Exchange. Most kids would have been bored. Warren was fascinated. He saw how money moved, how wealth was built, and something clicked inside him. At age 11, he had saved $120 from his small businesses and paper routes, and he made a decision that would change his life forever. He invested every single dollar. He bought 3 shares of a company called Cities Service. Preferred at $38 each, he even convinced his sister Doris to invest alongside him. Then the stock dropped, all the way down to $27 a share. His sister reminded him of this every single day. Most people would have panicked. Most people would have sold. Warren held. When the stock recovered to $40, he sold, made a small profit, and then watched it soar to $202 a share. That moment, watching $202 flash on the board after selling at 40, taught him the most important investing lesson of his life. Patience is everything. He later called this one of the most important moments in his entire career. The lesson? Never let short-term fear destroy long-term gain. He was 11 years old, and he already understood what most adults never learn.
Now, by age 15, Warren was making over $175 a month, equivalent to over $3,000 a month in today's money, just from delivering newspapers. By the time he graduated high school, he had $5,000 saved. That's the equivalent of $55,000 today. Not from his parents, from small businesses he started himself, consistently saving and never spending what he didn't need to spend. And then he discovered something that became the foundation of his entire philosophy: compound interest. He described it like this, and this is one of the most famous things he has ever said. We started with a little snowball on top of a very long hill. We started at a very early age in rolling the snowball down. And the nature of compound interest is that it behaves like a snowball of sticky snow. Think about that image. A tiny snowball at the top of a very long hill. As it rolls, it picks up more snow. It gets heavier. It gets faster. By the time it reaches the bottom, it is enormous. That is exactly what happens to your money when you invest it and leave it alone. But here is the key that most people completely miss. It is not the size of the snowball that matters at the start, it is the length of the hill. The longer you let it roll, the bigger it gets. Time is the ingredient, not the amount you start with. And here is the most shocking part of Warren Buffett's story. The majority of his entire $148 billion net worth was accumulated after he turned 65. After 65. Decades of a snowball rolling. That is the real secret. So now the big question. What does Warren Buffett actually tell everyday people to do with their money? His answer is shockingly simple, almost too simple. For most people, the best thing to do is to own the S&P 500 index fund. That is it. One fund, 500 of America's biggest, most powerful companies. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, JP Morgan, all in one single investment. No stock picking, no analysis, no expertise required. In 2008, Buffett made a $1 million public bet. He said that a simple S&P 500 index fund would outperform 5 of the best hedge funds in the world over 10 years. Every expert on Wall Street laughed. 10 years later, the S&P 500 fund earned 126%. The 5 elite hedge funds averaged just 36%. The simple strategy destroyed the experts. Now let me show you the exact math. The S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% per year historically. Through crashes, through recessions, through wars, through pandemics. Now let's say you invest just $100 a month. That is $3 a day, less than a coffee. After 10 years, you have around $20,000. After 20 years, you have around $76,000. After 30 years, you have around $226,000. After 40 years, you have over $637,000. Increase that to just $200 a month. After 40 years, you cross $1,274,000 from $200 a month. This is why Buffett said compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world.
Now, Buffett has 3 golden rules for anyone who wants to build real wealth. Rule number 1, start now with whatever you have. There is never a perfect time. There is only now, because every year you wait is another year the snowball isn't rolling. Charlie Munger said it perfectly. The first $100,000 is the hardest, and the people who get there fastest are the ones who are steadily underspending their income. Spend less than you earn, save the difference, invest it immediately. That is the whole game. Rule number 2, ignore the noise. Think in decades, not days. The stock market will crash. It always does in 2001, in 2008, in 2020. Every single time, the market recovered and went higher than before. Buffett said, if you are going to do dumb things because your stock goes down, then you shouldn't own stock at all. The people who got rich are not the smartest traders. They are the most patient holders. Rule number 3, invest in yourself first. He once said, read 500 pages like this every day. That is how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest. Knowledge compounds just like money does. The person who invests in their knowledge while also investing their money is unstoppable. Now, I need to tell you something most finance channels won't tell you. The biggest mistake is not picking the wrong stock. The biggest mistake is waiting. Right now, someone watching this is thinking, I will start next month, when I have more money, when things settle down. And next month becomes next year. And next year becomes never. Warren Buffett became a millionaire by age 30, a billionaire by 56, and accumulated the majority of his wealth after 65. That is 54 years of a snowball rolling. You might not have 54 years, but you have today. And today is infinitely better than tomorrow. Warren Buffett didn't become the greatest investor by being the smartest person in the room. He became the greatest by being the most patient, the most consistent, the most disciplined. You need $100, a simple index fund, and the patience to leave it alone. The people who open an account today and stay consistent, those are the people who build the life they actually want. The question is, which one will you be? If this video helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe to Rich Mindset Daily. Every week we break down the strategies of the world's greatest investors so you can start building your rich mindset today. I will see you in the next one.